Hello everybody and welcome to another Vintage Cube draft. I want to make a quick announcement before we start though. In a few days, Vintage Cube is returning, which I'm very excited for, and I'm going to be launching a group coaching program. So we're going to go through all the details of what I've used to become trophy leader multiple times over the last couple of years, and you'll have one-on-one access to me. So I'm really excited about this. If this sounds like something you might be interested in, you can click the link in the description and sign up for the waitlist and be notified first thing when I launch it because spots are limited. So with that, we'll hop on into the draft. This is, I'm recording audio over a league from about a year ago. So I don't remember what happened, but we'll hop on in. And we have a pretty good pack here. I think we're going to take the Entomb. Snapcaster Mage is very good as well. And you could take like Artifact Mana, Basalt Monolith, or Everflowing Chalice. But Entomb is very, very good in Reanimator decks. And there's no other good Reanimator cards in this pack. So it's good for cutting that lane. Now we probably want to take Mox Diamond here. Yeah, that seems good. Rishadan Port is strong as well. Glenlundra and Miscalc are good interaction. There's also Dimir Signet, but Mox Diamond plays well with Entomb, and it's also good if we end up in an aggressive deck, well, if Reanimator gets cut. But maybe it won't get cut. There's an Exhume. Having both Entomb and Exhume within the first couple picks is exactly how you want to start these decks. And now we get a Griselbrand. That's perfect. I would love a Cabal Ritual, and that's also a somewhat late Tinker. And we do have the Mox Diamond, but Griselbrand is just perfect. It's exactly the Reanimator card you want, and it's very good with Mox Diamond. Now we can take a Vampiric Tutor. That's pretty sweet. Dark Confidant's fine as well, but I think we'll take the Tutor here. Alright, now we get a Putrid Imp. Pretty good pickup. Only black card in the pack. And here he's actually also good in these decks if you can cast her, because the ultimate can just grab Griselbrand, and it's also a discard enabler. And it draws through your deck. But I tend to like these decks to be monocolored if possible, just for the consistency. So definitely taking Putrid Imp here. Now we get Reanimate. Wow. Okay, Reanimator is open. You love to see it. Night's Whisper is good as well. And I would take it over most cards, honestly. But Reanimate is like exactly the card we want. Of course, the archetype is named after that card. Now Tassiger or Tendrils. I actually think Tendrils might be the pick here. We have a lot of cheap spells and we have Griselbrand. So we might, if we get like Dark Ritual and stuff like that, then that could be good. Tasker's fine, but we're not going to be able to activate it. Yeah, we'll take that and start with it in the board and see where we end up. Now, I guess we take Yawgmoth. Everflowing Chalice is okay, but this is a pretty low-to-the-ground deck. Yawgmoth may or may not end up being good, but if we end up in a shell with like Ophiomancer and Recurring Nightmare and a lot of creatures like that, then Yawgmoth could actually be a pretty good card draw engine that's also interaction. Anytime you get a card that can be interaction and card advantage at the same time, that's great. Ravenous Chupacabra is that, so pretty great late pickup. And there's an Ophiomancer. Black is very, very open. So we only have one reanimation spell, and we don't have many ways to put stuff into the graveyard. So those are the main things we're looking for. Oh, I guess Lion's Eye Diamond is good with Tendrils, and it is good with Griselbrand. I still think Ophiomancer is the pick here, but alright, I guess past me was feeling spicy. Fair enough. That is really good if we get any tutors. Okay, Cabal Ritual. Inferno Titan's a reanimation target, but I think I like taking the Cabal Ritual here. Now, White's open, no surprise there. None of these cards are playable. Progenitus doesn't go to the graveyard. It shuffles into your library, so it does not work with reanimation spells. Okay, this is looking like a really good start. Looking for a few more enablers, like good ways to discard cards. This pack is not very good. There's Bitter Blossom, Hero's Downfall. I don't love Living Death in these sorts of decks in general. I sort of want my reanimation spells to be cheaper. Yeah, I think we just take the Mirror Battlesphere here. It's a decent target. It's also hard castable off of Cabal Ritual. But way, way worse than Griselbrand, for sure. Ooh, Strip Mine. There's also Una's Prowler, but I can't imagine someone taking Una's Prowler. We got like a 7th pick Reanimate. So yeah, let's take the Strip Mine, which is very good interaction. And now, I guess just Iona. Iona's a pretty good pickup. One of the better reanimation targets. It's also a unique effect. There's a lot of cards like Mirror Battlesphere that are just like pretty expensive dudes that close the game pretty quickly, but Iona is a unique effect, which I really like. Alright, now we can take Liliana. I know I said I didn't want to have expensive reanimation spells, and Liliana is expensive, but she sort of does it all. The +1 can mill through your deck to find your reanimation spells, and then she brings them back as well. So that's a card I'm okay with playing, especially in a deck that has access to some mana acceleration with Cabal Ritual and Mox Diamond. Okay, Animate Dead, that's pretty sweet. Wurmcoil is an okay target, Liliana's Triumph is okay interaction, and then Smuggler's Copter is actually a pretty nice enabler if we have a lot of cheap creatures, but I'm not going to pass Animate Dead there, that's perfect. Now we have Reanimate, Animate Dead, and Exhume, which are the 3 best reanimation spells. And we have Griselbrand and Iona, which are 2 of the best reanimation targets. So this is looking really good. The things we're looking for are more tutors and more discard outlets. And good interaction like Inquisition of Kozilek. That's pretty sweet. Pack Rat is a discard outlet, but I think I'd still want to take the Inquisition here. Like, if you can go turn 1, like, Mox, Diamond, Inquisition, and Tomb, then that can really protect your combo and just set up a nice turn 2 win. This deck is looking absolutely phenomenal so far. Right now, the Lion's Eye Diamond is looking a little sketchy, but we'll see where we end up. Okay, we can take a board sweeper. Pretty good card to have access to out of the board to play against mono red, mono white, and mono green. So the number 1 card we could get here would probably be Thoughtseize because it's cheap, it's interactive, and it can be a combo piece. You can Thoughtseize yourself to discard your Grizzlebrand in a pinch. And then the other card we would most like to get would be just Demonic Tutor. I also wouldn't mind one more premium reanimation target. I definitely like Grizzlebrand and I definitely like Iona. Mirror Battlesphere is okay. If we could get like a Sundering Titan, that would be pretty nice. Okay, Fatal Push, not bad. There's also Sensei's Divining Top, which can be good, although we don't have that many tutors yet. So yeah, let's just take the push. I love that this deck has so many 1-mana spells. We're very lean, low to the ground, and then proactive with some good interaction as well. Okay, all the black cards came around. I honestly, it's really close. I don't think it's... Actually, yeah, all 3 of those are reasonable options. I think I like taking Hero's Downfall, yeah. It's very good interaction, and it's important in some matchups, like against Kiki Jiki. Now I get the Una's Prowler on the wheel, that's great. Mastermind's Acquisition is just not that playable. Carnage Siren is an okay reanimation target, but I still think Opposition Agent is better. It may or may not be in the main deck, depending on how things look, but it's a good sideboard card to have access to in some matchups. Okay, Liliana's Triumph on the wheel, that's pretty nice. I would love to get Liliana of the Veil. That would make Liliana's Triumph better, and Liliana of the Veil is just a great piece of interaction. Honestly, this would be a decent deck just with this. Like, throw in a couple random cards, maybe play too many lands, and we would have a playable deck even just through 2 packs. Okay, this pack isn't great for us. Dark Petition and Unburial Rites are both a little expensive, and we don't really have any interest in splashing, so Dark Lake Shores isn't good. I guess we do take the Dark Petition. Well, they're both pretty bad. Unburial Rites is so expensive, and we don't have a way to make white mana at the moment. I would love to play Ponder, but we don't have the mana for that. Honestly, we're probably not playing our first pick from this pack, which is unfortunate. Ooh, okay. Love a Mind Twist, especially in a deck that has some acceleration. Maybe we get Mesmeric Fiend on the wheel. Now there's Recurring Nightmare. Okay, sweet. Slinging Lieutenant is okay. It's good with Recurring Nightmare, but we'll take the Recurring Nightmare first. We're a little bit light on creatures for the Recurring Nightmare, especially since Pack Rat didn't come around, but we do have Una's Prowler and Putrid Imp. Okay, Lotus Petal versus Elish Norn versus Agadeem's Awakening. That's actually pretty close. Also, Karakas is reasonable. But I kind of think this might be a Lotus Petal deck. I don't usually like Lotus Petal in these sorts of decks, but when we're so low to the ground... Yeah, I think I like taking Lotus Petal and trying to wheel the Elish Norn here. Elish Norn is a good reanimation target against a lot of decks. Oh, alright, guess we're going with that. No Lotus Petal then. That is a close pick. Ooh, Collective Brutality and Liliana in the same pack, and 2 black fetches. I think we go with a Lily here, yeah. It's just a broken card that's very synergistic in our deck as well. But hopefully Collective Brutality comes around. That would be nice. Okay, Imperial Seal is nice. Null Priest of Oblivion is not really a playable card. But Imperial Seal is good for redundancy. Yeah, Fatal Push can go to the board. Terracodon is interesting here, but I still think I like Swift End better. Murder Rider / Swift End. We have 4 reanimation targets already. If we had passed the Elish Norn earlier, then we could take the Terracodon here, but this seems fine. And now that we have the Murderous Rider, we can cut Hero's Downfall. We still are going to have to make a few more cuts. Ooh, no, don't take Bone Shredder. Yeah, Bazaar of Baghdad is perfect for this deck. Bazaar of Baghdad is very, very strong, and we have so many redundant pieces. So, don't really have anything to combo with Lion's Eye Diamond. If we have Grizzlebrand down, then it's good. I guess it's good with Dark Petition. But I don't really think that we're going to get there on the Lion's Eye Diamond, unfortunately, because it would be sweet if we could do it. Okay, Unburial Rites Wield. I guess we take it. Lyra is actually a reasonable pick as well. I do still think Unburial Rites is better here, but Lyra is a good reanimation target against burn decks. Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I don't think that that's really a playable card, Unburial Rites, in this deck. Now we can take Mesmeric Fiend. That's good interaction. Sling Gang, probably not starting in the main deck, but could be good in some matchups. Aghanim's Awakening could be playable here. Nice Brutality Wield. I would love Marsh Flats too, but getting Brutality there is huge. We didn't take the Unburial Rites, so yeah, let's just take the Null Priest. All right. So this deck looks really, really good. We have 4 good reanimation targets. We have 4 good reanimation spells. And then also Liliana, so I guess 5. Some good interaction, a low curve. Strip Mine and Bazaar of Baghdad are some nice value lands. It seems like a very, very good deck. I wish Liliana's Triumph said that. So I think it says each opponent sacrifices a creature, and if you have a Liliana Planeswalker, each opponent discards a card. I wish it could say you choose a player to discard a card, because there will be some situations where we wanted to discard a card to our own Liliana's Triumph. So yeah, cutting that. And then we could throw in... we probably need one more land if we're playing Mox Diamond. No need for any planes here. Like, because Bazaar of Baghdad's not a mana source. Alright, I guess we're... I mean, we do have a very, very low curve. Yep, that seems reasonable, actually. Or like this. I'll see you in round 1. Alright, here we are for round 1. We're on the play, which is a great start. And this hand is phenomenal. We can Vampiric Tutor for a fatty to discard to the Bazaar of Baghdad, but I think... Actually, yeah, I guess that's actually really close between Inquisition. We should probably Inquisition on 1, just to, like, make sure that they're not doing anything too broken. They could have a Black Lotus or something. You never know in this format. Okay, that hand is absolutely terrible, and Mono Green is probably our best matchup. I think we should just take the Gilded Goose here. Oh, I guess we took a Fast Bond. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Neither of those cards are that relevant here. Our plan is just to go Vampiric Tutor for Griselbrand, and then discard it to the Exhume. Oh, wait, no, we can just get Iona. Yeah, Iona just wins here. Liliana's Triumph is an okay draw, but I still don't think we cast it here. Yeah, just go Swamp and pass. If they had a 3-drop we were scared of, then we might need to kill this Gilded Goose, but they just don't have anything. They really should have mulliganed that hand. Devoted Druid, fair enough. So we can just go turn 3 Iona after turn 1 Inquisition of Kozilek, and that is pretty good, I hear, against the monocolored deck. This is one of the few situations where we wouldn't get Griselbrand, but in this situation we definitely do want to go for the Iona. So Bazaar, we'll draw some cards. Mind Twist is a good one as well. Although maybe we just discard here. Maybe we just want to kill their board. We don't need the Swamp. We obviously are keeping the Exhume. Yeah, Liliana Triumph seems fine to discard here. It doesn't really matter there. They should just concede to the Iona, almost definitely. So we play Exhume, bring back Iona, and that is game. I mean, they might be able to get to Ugin, but even Ugin only enters with 7, or with not 9 loyalty, so Ugin cannot handle Iona. So we'll bring in some removal, and maybe Opposition Agent. We haven't seen Natural Order yet, but that is a card they could be playing. We don't need Mirror Battlesphere. They can go over the top of that. Probably don't need Dark Petition. Although it can get a Board Sweeper, which is good. Yeah, I guess Liliana's a little bit slow. And then one more cut. We're on the draw, but I still don't want to cut a land because we have a lot here. Mind Twist is probably not that good. They're emptying their hand pretty quickly, and we don't have that much acceleration. Okay. Well, this hand is not great. It doesn't have like a clear path to reanimate something, but it's very interactive, and we have a lot of live draws, so I do think it's a keep. If we draw a Griselbrand or an Iona or something, we could just go to discard on turn 1, and then bring back something on turn 3 with Exhume. Okay, Mox Diamond is a decent draw. So we can play turn 1 Mesmeric Fiend then. So we discard the Swamp. I wish I could discard Aghanim's Awakening, but that does not work. What you got? Okay, another pretty medium hand. I think we just take the Lotus Cobra here and slow them down. And then in 2 turns we can kill their Gilded Goose to try and keep them off of Acidic Slime. This is the problem with green decks. If we can disrupt their mana, well, first of all, they don't have much interaction. And then second of all, if we can disrupt their mana, we can get them stuck with a bunch of expensive cards in hand. I think we just Heroes downfall this Gilded Goose now. Just really cut their mana. And then we have Ravenous Chupacabra ready to kill their next creature. Don't really care about them gaining life here. Nykthos, okay? Imperial Seal, that's a good one. We can get Entomb, and then next turn go Entomb, Exhume. Entomb is just so good in this deck. Reanimation is a 3-card combo. You need the Fatty, the Reanimation spell, and the way to put it into the graveyard. And Entomb does 2 of those by itself. It finds the Fatty and puts it into the graveyard. So that's why it's so good in these sorts of decks. It gains some life, that's fine. Questing Beast, don't care. Actually, well, no, we don't care. That could almost race us, but we have Ravenous Chupacabra to kill it. If we were getting Grizzlebrand, though, that could actually be somewhat of a problem. So let's go Iona, then Exhume. They do get to bring back their Gilded Goose, but I don't think that's too important. Then they'll hit us for 4. We'll go to 10. Then we Chupacabra their Questing Beast and kill them in a few swings in the air. So they could play Acidic Slime to blow up one of our lands here, but Iona is shutting that down quite nicely. Putrid Imp is a pretty bad draw, but I don't really think we need any more help here. They might just concede to this Chupacabra, because now they have no board, and they can't cast spells for the most part. They can gain a bunch of life and block for a while with the Gilded Goose, but I just can't imagine. I mean, yeah, they'd have to get to Ugin and have us just not kill the Ugin randomly. So, don't really foresee that happening. I'm trying to think if there's anything else they could have. Like, maybe they have a Wormcoil Engine and they could race. That's probably the most likely thing that they could do here. I guess they could also play Karn Liberated. I'll just play the Putrid Imp and just beat down. We don't need Bazaar of Baghdad, really. Like, there's some situations where you want to hold your spells in hand for the Bazaar, but I don't think this is one of them. So they take 9. This is actually a spot where I think it would be correct to activate Bazaar at the end of their turn just to put 2 cards in the graveyard, because we could hit Grizzlebrand or Elesh Norn. Alright, in a turn we'll just do this, put 2 cards into the yard. I'm happy not to be drawing those 2. Collective Brutality. Okay, that should be lethal. We can kill their Gilded Goose and then attack them for 13. They can gain life and survive this turn, but this also takes them off of mana, so now they're not going to be able to cast Karn if they hit a land. Again, I think we just want to use Bazaar just to dump 2 cards into the yard. Turns out that Iona is good against monocolored decks. Who knew? Opponent's taking some game actions, but I don't think it'll be too relevant here. All right, there we go. Very good start. I'll see you in round 2. All right, here we are for round 2. We're on the play again, which is excellent. We have both Grizzlebrand and Elesh Norn in our hand, which is a little bit awkward. But I think this is still a keep. We can get a pretty quick Iona, which is good in some matchups. We can go turn 1 Entomb, because we want to make sure we don't draw it. Well, actually, no, we can go turn 1 Imperial Seal for Reanimate, and then turn 2 Entomb Reanimate. Yeah, that seems like the play. So, turn 2... Yeah, it really sucks that Grizzlebrand's in our hand, but still, turn 2, either Iona or Mirabellosphere, depending on what we're playing against. Mirror Battlesphere is probably the pick, actually. Like, unless it looks like they're playing a monocolor deck, because it's a two-turn clock, which is quite quick, especially when backed up with Mesmeric Fiend. So, let's play Imperial Seal. Oh, terrible play. I'm sorry about that. We're definitely supposed to play Imperial Seal here. We can Entomb here, but now we're reanimating something on turn 3, which is obviously worse than turn 2. I think I like... It's actually really close here between Iona and Mirror Battlesphere, but I think I like getting the Iona. If I'd seen an island, I wouldn't, but there's a good chance they're mono red. Slash, like... Yeah, I think it's just right to get the Iona here. So we can play Mesmeric Fiend, play a little slow and see what they're doing. We'll see if they are playing a mono-red deck or if they're playing blue-red or something like that. Ooh, that is not how you want to do that. Because of the way Mesmeric Fiend is worded, we exile something for good now. Okay, so they are mono-red. Good to know. I'm happy we have the Iona in the yard. These cards are all terrible. I guess we take the Sulfuric Vortex, but I don't care about a Braid, don't care about Imperial Recruiter. Yeah, that's a pretty weak hand. Okay, not a bad drop, but we'll just play Imperial Seal here. And might as well grab Entomb so we don't have to pay a bunch of life. Or, sorry, Exhume. They don't have a creature in the graveyard, so I'd rather have the extra point of power. Yeah, that's just a little bit better. Animate Dead would be a reasonable option as well, if they had a creature in the yard. Okay, there's an Eidolon. Don't care about that. Let's just Exhume. Then they can't cast any spells for the rest of the game. Iona is just absolutely savage. It helps, obviously, that we've played against 2 monocolored decks, but a lot of decks in the format are monocolored. Pretty much any deck that's not playing blue is going to be monocolored. Alright, boom, there we go. So, let's bring in Fatal Push. I think we want to bring in... Yeah, Null Priest of Oblivion has lifelink, which is good. Sling Gang is a good blocker and also gains life. We can take out that. Grizzlebrand's honestly a little bit dicey, but I think he's just too good to cut, basically, ever. And what is the last cut? I think I like the removal spells. I like the top end. Maybe Mind Twist again. Oh, yeah, actually Dark Petition is pretty bad. Yeah, we can just cut that. Alright, hopefully we can get a quick Iona again. Well, we have the Iona, and we have Bazaar, so I think this is a keep. We don't have a reanimation spell yet, but we can draw through our deck pretty quickly, and we have good interaction for their creatures. Scalding Tarn, okay. So hold a Fatal Push for their 2-drop. If they didn't have a 1-drop, my guess is that they do have a 2-drop. This is a matchup where they need to be pressuring our life total. Ooh, they have white. Okay, that means they could have Graveyard Hate. Smuggler's Copter, we can't Fatal Push that. I think we want to play Bazaar here, unless we draw a reanimation spell. Yeah, I think we should play Bazaar, and I guess just pass. We could draw Reanimate, but we could also just, like, dump Iona into the graveyard, and then they play Relic or something, and we get destroyed, so we'll just discard end of turn. Okay, Runaway Steamkin, we can kill the Smuggler's Copter. Fatal Push is such a good removal spell. Alright, let's try to draw a reanimation spell. No reanimation spell, but we can discard Iona and lands. And now we can probably Bazaar again, because we could hit. There's like more spells we could hit now. Okay, discard. Yeah, I don't think we need Mox Diamond here. We're already sort of like at card disadvantage because of Bazaar. And yeah, play around Mana Tide there. Inquisition of Cause, select them. We'll see what they have. Oh, wow, that is a hand. Okay. I mean, we could be in trouble if we don't find a reanimation spell, but we're drawing 3 cards a turn, essentially. And the minute we find 1 reanimation spell, we just win. Hazoret is a way they could win through Iona, I guess, but... Alright, they didn't hit the land for him. So we take 4 this turn, still at a very healthy life total. There we go. Alright, that should just be game. And Smuggler's Copter isn't even a creature, so very, very smooth start. We have not dropped a game. We've just destroyed them with the Iona every single time, pretty much. It's worth noting, in some decks, it's important not to discard like cards like Putrid Imp, because if you have Shallow Grave or Corpse Dance, they bring the top card in your graveyard back. But Exhume lets us choose, so it's okay to discard the Putrid Imp here. Our opponent is deep in thought. Mana Tithe doesn't do it. I don't think there's any card in the form. I guess they could be contemplating Fire Blasting our face. Could they? No, they can't win that race. We'd go to 12. Yeah, we'd still be able to kill them. All right, very, very smooth start. Let's get that trophy. I'll see you there. All right, here we are for the finals. Unfortunately, we are on the draw this game, but we have a great hand. We can just go to discard on turn 1, and then turn 2, reanimate Mirror Battlesphere. If it looks like they can't interact with us, ooh, but against blue, that's a little risky. I think against blue, we should play, oh, all right, well, let's play that now. But against blue, we might want to get Collective Brutality down first to clear the path, make sure they don't have a counterspell. If they just tap off, okay, no Signet or anything, that's unfortunate, so I don't think we can go for the turn 2 combo. Let's get Grizzlebrand here. Now, if we draw Inquisition, we could go for it, but we didn't, so let's play Collective Brutality to duress them. I guess, yeah, might as well discard the Battlesphere as well. If they counter this Brutality, that's a little sad because we won't know if the coast is clear, but it does mean that's one counterspell that they won't be able to use on a reanimate. Oh, they have nothing. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, they have Caracas, so they can bounce Grizzlebrand. That's a pretty scary hand. They also have Petty Theft to bounce Grizzlebrand. We will be able to draw a lot of cards, though. But we're also paying a lot of life, so we'll see. Hopefully they don't hit a red source for Goblin Rabblemaster, because if we pay 8 life to the reanimate and then 7 life to the Grizzlebrand, that's 15. We go down to 7, and Rabblemaster can deal 7 damage very quickly. Oh, they can also just play Caracas, or play Vendilion Click to take our reanimate, though. And then Caracas bounce their Vendilion Click and keep on replaying it. Okay, well, we got pretty punished for not going for the reanimate last turn. I still think it was the right play. Like, against 2 islands, they're much more likely to have a counterspell than, like, Caracas and all the stuff that they do have. Okay, Pestermite, that might mean they have the combo, but they don't have red mana, so this seems like it should be fine. I feel like they should have played Click there. I think I like bringing back Reanimate, or bringing back Grizzlebrand, even though they can bounce it very easily, just because we're likely to find another reanimation spell. Yeah, play land, play around days, unlikely to matter, but it could. Alright, let's pay some life, draw some cards, hopefully hit Mox Diamond. No Mox Diamond, and no cards we can cast. So we'll just pass, go to discard, and discard Elesh Norn, Agadeem's Awakening, and Swamp, probably. Yeah. So now they can bounce the Grizzlebrand with Caracas, but we have a full hand. We can Mind Twist their hand, and then Animate Dead to bring back something. Elesh Norn also will kill their creatures. If we could kill their Pestermite if we're worried about that. If they have a land, then they can play... Then they can bounce our Caracas or Grizzlebrand, and play Vendilion Click, which could be a little bit problematic. Okay, they do have the land, but still no red mana. Petty Theft. Okay, that's a little strange. They probably should have just used Caracas there. So we can Wasteland to kill their Caracas. And now that they've used Petty Theft, they won't have another way to bounce anything. Ooh, that was a good draw. So yeah, let's kill Caracas. They can float white mana if they want to. That doesn't matter. Then we play Mox Diamond, discarding the Swamp. I think we just go Mesmeric Fiend into Animate Dead to kill their Pestermite and make sure they don't have another way to interact with our creatures. Okay, this hand is quite bad. Let's take the Click. But all the spells just died of the Elesh Norn. Animate Dead, bring back the Elesh Norn. Kill their Pestermite. We have a 3/3 Mesmeric Fiend and a 3/7 Elesh Norn. And we can even Mind Twist their hand next turn. What are we going to Dark Petition for if we want... Oh, they just concede. All right, there we go. This deck is so strong. All right, so I think we want instant speed removal to break up the Splinter Twin combo. So those two cards look pretty good. I don't think we need a board sweeper, though. That's too... Like, Sorcerer Speed is a pretty big cost here. I honestly think we cut Iona. Yeah, it's bad against Caracas, and they're playing multiple colors. Caracas is just very good against our deck in general, unfortunately. Whoa, what? We definitely should have cut Iona for Hero's Downfall, at least. That was a misplay. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Okay, not the best hand ever, but we can Vampiric Tutor for Entomb. So once we find one reanimation spell, we're good to go. And we do have turn 1 Mesmeric Fiend, which is nice interaction. Liliana's Triumph. Okay, not terrible. But still playing turn 1 Mesmeric Fiend for sure. Yeah, we probably just take the Abrade here because they can kill our thing. They do have red mana this game. They can expand... Ooh, actually, Expansion Explosion is sort of spicy. They can copy... If we play Reanimate, they could copy Reanimate and then bring back our thing before we bring it back. It doesn't work against Animate Dead or Exhume, but that is pretty spicy. So we go land and pass. I don't think we want a Vampiric Tutor here. I guess we could get Liliana of the Veil. But I kind of want to wait until we draw either a Reanimation spell or an Entomb, and then Vampiric Tutor for the other half of the combo. Scalding Tarn, okay, that's one we didn't know about. They can make a 1/1 Shark Typhoons token, so we probably don't want a Mesmeric Fiend attack. Although I guess if we draw a brick, we could just play Liliana's Triumph. The one benefit of Vampiric Tutoring here is that we just, we Vampiric Tutor for Entomb, we know we're not drawing Grizzlebrand, but, oh, wow, alright, well, that is the card we would have Vampiric Tutored for, so that's pretty sweet. We just got to cast it for free, basically. Yeah, there's not really any point in attacking here. So we go... Actually, we probably should have attacked. It doesn't matter, but we could have hit them for 1 more damage. So we'll go end of turn, Entomb, and then Vampiric Tutor. Important to do it in that order, because if you put a card on top and then shuffle your library with Entomb, that doesn't really work how you want it to. Four mana. Hopefully they just tap out for some dopey thing. Okay, they didn't tap out, but we haven't seen that much counter magic, so I think we still just go for it. Entomb, grab Grizzlebrand. And then Vampiric Tutor for Exhume. Yep. And then I honestly think we probably should play Liliana's Triumph here. It looks like we didn't, but that doesn't... I don't think Liliana's Triumph is going to get much better than killing that shark anyways. And we're going to be pressed for mana now. So slight misplay, but not one that I anticipate making a difference. Alright, there we go. Turn 4 Grizzlebrand. Let's draw some cards. Alright, I think we just go land Recurring Nightmare here. We could also strip mine them. We don't have any creatures to bring back at the moment. Yeah, I think I just like getting the Recurring Nightmare down. And now next turn we can bring back Myr Battlesphere at the very least, and potentially more, because we can discard to the Una's Prowler. Ooh, looks like they have a Phyrexian Metamorph. That's spicy. That could potentially get them back into it. I still think we're pretty favored, but if there's anything that could bring them back into it, it would be this. Especially since they have a combo in their deck. Wandering Fumarole, okay. They have a lot of cards in hand. We can pay 7 life again looking for a removal spell. Okay, they kill our Mox Diamond. That's actually a little annoying. So we can attack with Grizzlebrand, and then if they trade Grizzlebrands, we can bring it back with Mesmeric Fiend. We'll see what we draw. Imperial Seal. Okay, that should win. We can Imperial Seal, then immediately draw the card with the Grizzlebrand, and the card we're going to be searching up is... Actually, I guess we don't have a reanimation spell at the moment. Oh, wait, no, we have Recurring Nightmare in play. Yeah, we should be good to go here. So let's grab probably Elishnorn. We could also just get, like, Ravenous Chupacabra to kill their Grizzlebrand. That's actually pretty close. I think either one should win, but which one is... what could they have? I mean, it's really the twin combo is the scary thing. Oh, actually, yeah, Collective Brutality is interesting, because we can take a card out of their hand, and we can kill their Shark, and then make them sacrifice their Grizzlebrand with the Liliana's Triumph. So let's pay life down to 2, but then we're going to gain life back. So we died of Fire Blast, but that's it. Okay, some pretty good ones there. But I still think we want to go Brutality into... Wait, Brutality was in our hand, right? It should be. But yeah, Brutality into Liliana's Triumph should win. There we go. And we can do it with all 3 modes and discard Iona. And then just bring back Iona too, actually. That's pretty busted. No need to expose the Strip Mine yet, because we know we're using all our mana this turn. We're not going to be destroying anything. So 3 modes, drain you, kill your Shark, and look at your hand. Discard Iona, and I think just 2 lands. Oh, I guess we can bring back Ravenous Chupacabra. It doesn't really matter. So we'll kill that, take a look at their hand. They could have Force of Will here, which would actually be a little bit problematic, but not that bad. We could still just bring back the Chupacabra to kill their Grizzlebrand. They are pondering here. If they have Daze... Okay, they do have Force of Will. All right, fair enough. Force of Will is really good with Grizzlebrand, for sure. Force pitching Glenn, all right. So now we go Recurring Nightmare to bring back Ravenous Chupacabra, kill your Grizzlebrand. And then we can play Liliana's Triumph to kill their Shark and hit them down to 1. And that should be enough to win. They can't Splinter Twin combos. They could play land, Pestermite on top of land, and then Splinter Twin. But the Pestermite would have Summoning Sickness, so that wouldn't kill us. They get their Braid back, but that does not matter. Alright, kill their Grizzlebrand. We don't want to play Exhume now, but Exhume's already in our graveyard, so that's fine. Whoa, okay, that's a bad play. I mean, maybe they were just like we're just so likely to have a way to kill a 1/1, right? Yeah, I don't think that was correct here. But we just play Liliana's Triumph, and they're at 1 and we're at 2. And we each have 10 cards in hand. But we have the Grizzlebrand, so we win the game. Wow, very, very strong deck and sweet league. We won every single game, so can't ask for much more than that. Let's pull up the deck list and break it down. This was honestly one of the best reanimation decks I've ever played. And the games were all very quick. 2 minutes, 6 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and 4 minutes. Pretty good. So this deck was just phenomenal. It had a lot of enablers. Oh, here, I'll just pause this here. Whoa, sorry about that. Okay. But yeah, it had really, really good reanimation targets, a lot of enablers, a low curve, good interaction. It was really just perfect. The only possible way we could have improved it was having Demonic Tutor, but we didn't really, or Thoughtseize, I guess. But yeah, this deck was just broken, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And again, click the link in the description if you're interested in being able to draft sweet decks like this. This one sort of just fell into place because Mono Black was just ridiculously open. But that was really, really sweet. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sign up for the waitlist, and I'll see you next time.